Hello, and welcome to the Hebrew Israelite Storytime Sunday. We are going to be reading the foreword of the YouTube formula by Derral. Everyone should have a YouTube channel, literally everyone, but especially brands. When I see brands that don't have a presence on YouTube, I think they're insane. It's unfathomable that anyone isn't capitalizing on the opportunity there. It's the most coveted job in America, and with good reason. It is quite literally a gold mine. When I was a kid, I watched YouTube all the time. It was always my dream job. I didn't want to be an astronaut or a doctor. I couldn't envision a world where I wasn't a YouTuber. I started my channel in 2012 and only got 40 subscribers my first year. Now I have one of the fastest growing channels in the world. I gained more than 15 million subscribers in 2019 alone, with just over 4 billion video views. And it's still growing every day. If you are just getting started on YouTube, do not expect to pull any type of viewership in your first year. If this isn't something you can accept, don't start. But if you can, then you need to do this. Make 100 videos. It doesn't matter what they are because they will be terrible. But do something you like doing. Your first 10 videos will be garbage. Then make 10 more. These will also be garbage, and so will the next 10. But eventually, things will start to improve. They'll get better little by little. The best way to improve your content is to make content and see what people like. Then you'll notice something with your 101st video. It will be in a whole different league from your first video. You will still be a long way from good content, but it will be better than your first video was. It took me hundreds of videos over several years before I got good at it. I had been making YouTube videos for 2 years, and it still didn't make good quality, and I still didn't make good quality videos, even though I thought they were good at the time. I was like so many creators. I thought the algorithm hated me because I wasn't getting subscribers and views. But in reality, my content wasn't good enough. In fact, my videos were horrible, like most YouTube videos are. Most YouTubers have their priorities backward. They spend all their time thinking about the algorithm in their first 100 videos, when they should really be thinking about how to make better content geared towards the viewer. Unless you're the rare YouTuber who has created content professionally, you're probably average at best at making content. You don't go from entertaining nobody to entertaining millions in a day. It's hard work and a slow progressive workup, and it should be, because if you get millions of viewers overnight, you wouldn't know how to handle them. Every video is your competitor, so that you have to keep putting in the effort to keep your content relevant and competitive. Viewers have to pick between videos every time they go to YouTube, and they'll choose the better video without a second thought. Make your video the better video. If a video from your channel from 6 months ago doesn't make you want to barf because of how much better you're making content now, you're doing it wrong. I can't even stand watching my videos from 6 months ago because I am so much better at making content now. I can see how bad my old videos are. They could have been so much better. I'm depressed even thinking about those videos. There is a huge opportunity on YouTube for brands. If every brand knew what I know, they could get 100 times the viewership that they get on television for the same cost. They should be giving creators like me their advertising budget to make YouTube videos around their brand. I'll give you an example. If I was Coca-Cola, I could build a pyramid of 1 million Coca-Cola cans. Or I could make a video called I Fill My Friend's House with 1 million cans of Coca-Cola. These are huge. These are both banger ideas that would get a ton of views if done right. This was free, Coca-Cola. Next time you can pay me. LOL. Videos like these could lead to millions upon millions more return than TV spends, and it's exponentially cheaper. And seriously, who really watches TV commercials anyway? Everyone picks up their phones doing commercials. If brands want to get real visibility, they have to get off of TV. What do you think people do, especially anyone under the age of 30, when the ads start rolling on TV? They pull out their phones and quit paying attention. They're not watching your commercial. Their attention has been moved to Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube, TikTok. Tweets spike during TV commercials. And people don't put their phones down until the commercials are over and their show or sporting event comes back on. 3 times fewer people skip a brand deal on YouTube than they do on TV because people are usually watching from their phones. They don't have a second phone to grab when they come across an ad or a brand deal on YouTube, so they watch it. And they're watching a YouTuber they watch all the time. So they are also less likely to skip because they trust these YouTubers. I have more eyeballs on my content every week than the Super Bowl. And I have a personal connection with my viewers who have built trust in me. This audience trust value is worth so much more than an impersonal celebrity or athlete appearance in a TV commercial. Brands shell out more than $5 million for 30 seconds crammed with a bunch of other ads during the Super Bowl. When the YouTubers like me could get 10 to 15 minutes of undivided attention centered on your brand for way cheaper. Then you get the viewers go watch more videos and interact with your brand in other ways if you're really smart about it. It's a no-brainer. You're quite literally insane if you're not capitalizing on the opportunity here. Business execs think they know more than the YouTuber, especially if the YouTuber is very young. They want to control their integration, giving YouTubers a list of talking points to read verbatim with a call to action at the end. While this works to an extent, brands would convert exponentially more and see greater brand awareness and exposure if they let the YouTubers be themselves. A brand should say, here's a bunch of money. Do what you want to do to connect with the viewers. As you've done on literally hundreds of videos with hundreds of millions of views. Do what you do. Do what you think would work best to get our brand talked about or our product sold. We trust you. Brands who give the creative license to the YouTubers and let them talk naturally like they normally would with their audience are getting more brand exposure and ROI than they could in any other way, guaranteed. And they should quit focusing on views, but on what kind of impression they left. Will they remember you, or will they hear another sleazy sales pitch? Let me give you an example of the power of a YouTuber. I created an app called Finger on the App. I announced it on my Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat that everyone who downloaded and put their finger on the app at a certain time would have a chance to win $25,000. All you had to do was be the last person with your finger still on the app. The app was only available on iPhones and only in America. Even with these limitations and without even trying, I had 1.5 million people install the app. I hadn't even prompted it on my YouTube channel, which at the time had more than 37 million subscribers. In contrast, a newcomer to the mobile video world, QB, launched around the same time as my app, but they had a $1.7 billion budget. Guess how many installs they got? Only 300,000 on the first day. Finger on the app was inherently cool, so people talked about it. It naturally went viral. This is how business should pitch things. Change the mentality from wanting to get the most views to wanting to get to be the most talked about. My app was trending everywhere. I created a social footprint, and it all happened because I owned the app myself and had the control to spread the message my way. Brands come along and think they know better, but they would be so much more successful if they would let the YouTubers do what they do best. We know how to go viral. We know this digital world inherently because it's what we've lived and breathed our whole lives. We know how to get the brand talked about naturally. This is way more powerful than a pointless view. YouTube isn't going anywhere. Google's parent company, Alphabet, and Google's Android operating system funnel so much crazy traffic to Google-owned YouTube. These companies have so much power and an unfathomable amount of cash that YouTube can't be a fad because of this. It's worth putting effort into something with such secure staying power. A lot of the YouTube content is subpar now, but people still start to figure it out, and it will be more competitive and expensive as time goes on. Figure it out now. If you picked up this book, it's because you are already on YouTube and you are thinking about being on YouTube. Hopefully I've helped you understand that you absolutely should be on YouTube. You'd be nuts not to be. The opportunity to make money, grow a business, and spread a message is so huge, whether you're a regular person like me or a big brand. And this book has every element you'll need to do just that. I first met Derral Eves in Dallas, Texas, for the sole purpose of talking about YouTube. I was working hard to achieve my dream of becoming the world's biggest YouTuber when I came across Derral's YouTube channel. I knew I had to meet him because he knew stuff I needed to know. So I messaged him and I jumped on a plane. We've been YouTube data best buds together ever since. Derral has pulled tens of billions of views on YouTube and even on other platforms because of his deep understanding of algorithms and the viewer. He owns Vid Summit, the #1 YouTube data conference in the world. Only one or two other people in the entire world understand YouTube on the level that Derral does. And I have one of the top 3 most watched channels on YouTube. And I still talk about the YouTube data and strategy with Derral because nobody is on the same wavelength as he is. Whether you're a creator or a brand, you can learn how to be successful on YouTube by reading Derral's book. Be open to what he can teach you, whether you have 5 subscribers or 5 million, because remember, you should be improving at every level, always making better content. The YouTube formula will help you do that, Mr. Beast. Wow, so I'm so excited to continue to read this book and share it with you. We will continue to read each section on Sunday, and then the following Sunday we will come back with some takeaways, some to-dos, and some homework so that we can have the YouTube formula success together. Thank you so much for coming. Please like, share, and subscribe to our growing channel. And I look forward to seeing you next Sunday. Hope you're having a great day. Bye-bye.